Back here, yeah, summer right around the corner. You're making those vacation plans, starting to look around a little bit. Well, despite maybe some safety concerns, there are some specific areas in Mexico, south of the border here. It is a destination spot for a lot of you. Continues to be a top choice for American travelers. We have Travelzoo senior editor Gabe Saglie live in Los Cabos in Baja California with a look at some of the safety out there and some of the trends. This looks like you've got a nice view. Tell us where you're at and how people can find that spot. It looks real nice.
There's a spot for you right there. I'm seeing it right on that beautiful
Sure.
white sand beach. I am right between San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas, known collectively as Los Cabos.
Right.
And this is one of the new resorts that have opened up here over the last couple of years, the Garza Blanca Los Cabos resort, beautiful five-star property, smack in the middle of those two destinations. Someone told me yesterday, if you want to feel naughty, you go to Cabo San Lucas. If you want to feel, nice and, cultural and artsy, you go to San Jose del Cabo. And then, of course, you've got about 20 miles of beach in between. But yeah, one of about a dozen plus resorts that opened up right before the pandemic. They've reopened now in the last year or so. And I've got to say, another 7 resorts from brands like the Four Seasons and St. Regis scheduled to open this year and in 2024. So the growth here, following demand, continues.
Yeah, speaking of the demand, some people may have some travel concerns right now, some of the security going on there. What is Los Cabos doing about that? What is that area in general doing about meeting the concerns that these travelers may have about going to those parts?
Yeah, listen, great question. A question we need to ask these days for sure. The U.S. Department of State maintains, of course, those travel advisories and travel warnings up to date. There are, out of the 36 states in Mexico, 6 are in that level 4 do not travel list. Most of the resort destinations that you and I love to visit, however, are not on that list. In fact, Los Cabos is at level 2, just as is Spain and the UK and France and Italy. So certainly a safety factor here. I think in Los Cabos in particular, that's a testament to an ongoing collab between the private and the public sector. So the security here is not driven just by public security forces, hotels and tour companies and banks and restaurants. They've invested in just the last 5 years about $50 million on infrastructure to keep those highways and those beaches and those tourist spots safe. So for folks who are looking for that type of, for whom that's relevant, I think these spots certainly fit the bill.
Look, you've been there many, many times. I understand this is your 10th visit to Los Cabos. Give us some of your favorite things to do there. People are planning a trip.
Yeah, listen, 10th time. I love it every time. And I said a different resort every time I'm here. Here at the Garza Blanca, very impressed by this 5-star resort. On the Travelzoo website, you'll find a deal here, 3 nights. In one of their junior suites at $885 for travel throughout the course of the year. One of my favorite things is wellness. Wellness is going to be a big message point here. The spas have gone holistic. They're using things like local clays and local aloe and desert plants as part of their treatment. So it's a new generation of spas out here. And, of course, the desert trails and, of course, the beaches. 43% of the beaches here are swimmable. A couple of great adventure companies here. There's one called Wild Canyon, close to where I am now, where you can go ATVing or bungee jumping. They also do camel rides. They've rescued these camels. They've trained them using positive reinforcement. So they're super friendly. Great family thing to do. About $59 for a 2-hour experience here where you can get on these camels and traverse the Los Cabos desert. And one of the great day excursions for me is if you're down here, you haven't done it yet, Todos Santos. A lot of you know it. Very popular with surfers, with artists, with spiritualists. Dates back to the 1720s. Just this great little enclave where the great little galleries and restaurants here. Nice. You drive the desert to get there. And again, it's old Mexico at its best. Great day trip here if you're staying in Los Cabos.
Gabe, we got to run here. Where can people learn more and get those deals?
Travelzoo.com. You'll find the deal to the Garza Blanca and a whole showcase on wellness here in beautiful Los Cabos.
I wish that was a site where they could just teleport me there right now, but we're still working on that technology.
We're working on that. We're working on the whole,
All right, Gabe, appreciate it. Stay with us, everyone.